Well, maybe that wasn't a great idea. Did you hear that rustling?
Yeah.
Of trees? Well, maybe that wasn't a great idea to get so close to him.
So I'm doing some research, and I think one of the places we want to go visit today is this Wormslow. I don't know if it's Wormslow or Wormslow. I don't know how you say it. So it's interesting to me in just reading about the history of the founder of this place is that even though he was a carpenter from England, he performed a bunch of different roles in the colony when he got here, in the sense of he was a constable, a physician, a surveyor, an Indian agent, a soldier, a member of the Royal Council, treasurer, senior justice of the province. Just, you know, seemed like one of those guys that just saw a need and decided he would jump in and meet whatever need that there was to just get the job done. So definitely really interesting reading about Noble Jones Wormslow, the founder of this plantation. So let's go check out the visitor center and see what we've got in there. You know what's nice is even though it's like kind of humid and it's definitely warm, it doesn't feel hot because there's so much shade from the trees that you don't feel like it doesn't feel hot. It doesn't feel overwhelming, like, ugh, I just want to be outside. It's really nice because there's so much shade from all of the trees and the Spanish moss that's on the trees. It's just really, like, just shady. Nice to be outside. This tree's really cool. It's like one tree that's like 5 trees, but it's one tree. It's just so cool. There's an episode of The Simpsons where Homer said something like, I've not been licking frogs.
Oh, here we go.
Dad, are you licking toads?
I'm not licking toads.
Wait, does that mean she's been licking frogs?
Yeah, something like that.
You know what happens if you kiss a frog?
I know.
What?
Stop
Turn
it.
into a princess.
It's not real.
You're already a princess. Are you taking selfies?
No. Taking pictures.
These walls were actually just like to protect. And then the actual house was like inside, because it's like, see, here's the well, here's the chimney. So this was more like almost like a courtyard. And then you have your house. So obviously shells in and of themselves are pretty like strong and durable and everything like that against decomposition and stuff like that, because they're still there, right? Like the mud between them's deteriorating, but it's like a whole crab village. My goodness gracious, look at them all. And they're digging.
Excellent location to scout for crabs.
They're
What
crabs.
are they doing? They're like doing a dance.
The view is beautiful, isn't it? The green and golden colored cordgrass, the shorebirds, the quiet. But this is not a view that Noble Jones would recognize. During the 1700s, European countries and their colonies fought for control of North America.
So listening to that and reading some of these signs, that type of building with the shells was called Tabby. So that's why all of these signs say it was a Tabby House or the Tabby Ruins. So it's interesting. So that sign back there was saying that shell midden was like big piles of shells from the Native Americans would use things like oysters and clams, obviously, as a food source. But then what they would do is they would take all the shells and they'd put them in big, huge piles on the coast. And then that was actually like a marker for other people to know there was a village there, because they'd take all those leftover shells. So the shell piles was where Jones grabbed a bunch of those shells to make his Tabby House. Tides affect water levels, and so that the tides also help to flush out like the ecosystem. It is a salt marsh, so this would be a salt marsh, so it would be salt water. Weird. Do you hear that?
I do.
I'm wondering if it's like,
Sound of
well,
water or
well, I wonder if it's like bubbles, like, you know, like bubbles popping in the mud,
from the heat.
maybe.
This is one of the houses in the colony.
You would have probably
Probably
would have slept upstairs. Oh, look, it tells you right here. Wattle and daub is construction that was used by the Georgia Colonists to construct their homes. To wattle means to weave sticks. Daub can be many things. In colonial Georgia, daub was made with burnt and crushed oyster shells, sand, and water, which creates a stucco. It says it allowed the colonists to save money because the structure requires very few nails. So really, because when you look at if it's sticks, and then wattle and daub, which they said, or wattle means weave, but daub was basically like the filling. You could build that with most things that you'd find right here in the woods without having to purchase materials, so that you would be able to build a structure with mostly what you've got on hand.
There's no nails or anything.
Yeah,
like
so
that.
there's no nails. It's all woven.
Is this? Hey, Dad. Dad.
Oh, hey.
Hi.
I was wondering where that sound was
Hey,
coming
Mom.
Oh, hey.
from. I'm gonna come up there and check it out too.
Yeah, there's this bed up here.
All right.
You don't sit on it.
Very cool. So, look at that ladder. I hope it's gonna support me.
And then you would have slept on it, I think. You would
Cool.
have,
So,
your whole family would have slept on it.
so here's where they would play colonial cricket, right in here. It is Georgia's first athletic sport.
So that was pretty fun and definitely a low cost activity. It was super reasonable for admission. The kids, I want to say, were like $4.50 a piece. This is a state historical area, so it is a fee area. But it was definitely a fun afternoon, lots of history, nice getting out and walking in nature, just kind of light hiking. So definitely a place that we would recommend if you were ever in the Savannah, Georgia area.
We've made it to, what's this place called?
Peach World.
Georgia Peach World.
Peach ice cream. Would you guys like to try that? This is frozen peach juice.
This is frozen peach juice.
And
That's
this
peach
is
ice cream.
Would you like to try frozen peach juice?
Peach salsa. Try this. Peach salsa. Oh my god, that's good. Peach air fresheners. Peach Coke.
Okay.
Guys, what do you think?
Remember when
Love this place.
we were in Hawaii and we had the Dole Whip at the Dole Plantation? That's what it reminds me of, except for it's, you know, peachy.
Mom,
What? You don't like them?
I love them.
You look happy.
We got the mail today. It's always kind of like Christmas getting the mail. And look, we've got a bunch of stickers. So something really fun that we were able to get into this summer is sticker trading with other RV families and other RV couples on Instagram. So if you are on Instagram and you go over and you search the hashtag RV Sticker Club, you'll be able to find people that you can trade stickers with. One of the fun things about this is being able to just get old-fashioned snail mail. So because we've been on the road this summer, our mail has been quite delayed as we've had it sent from home every just week or week and a half. So it's always fun when I get the mail and I get to pick it up. And in addition to a bill or two, there's just fun handwritten cards from other RVers across the US that have sent us their stickers. And then of course, we've done the same with our Grateful Glamper sticker as well.
What you're telling me is you want me to go to the side of the pool, so you can push me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stand right here?
Yeah.
Oh, there's a spider there. Okay, right here on the edge. Fly.
Because.
Oh!
Booyah!
Cannonball!
Don't jump in, okay?
Okay.
There's something. Oh, yeah! Guys, we're going fishing. So, what do you plan to get, Dad?
I'm gonna get a
Turtle?
largemouth bass.
What about a turtle? Don't try not to get an alligator, because how are we gonna get the hooks out of it?
Valid point. Yeah, that might be a little tough.
Yeah, first we thought
I'll
like.
hold the mouth open, and then you grab the hook.
What? I'm gonna grab the hook. No.
What's the guy's name? Oh, Jones.
Watch out for that.
I know, the jumping tree roots.
So, what do you want to do today?
That feels like the beginning of something else, but it's not the type of video we make.